All right, let's cut right to the chase. Today, we're diving deep into HepatoBurn for an honest, no-nonsense analysis.
So the real question on everyone's mind, right? Does this stuff actually live up to all the hype? Well, we're about to find out. We're going to break down everything, the claims, what's inside it, and what people are actually saying to get to the bottom of it. You know the feeling, right? That stubborn fat that just refuses to leave. You're dragging yourself through the day with zero energy, and you just don't feel like, well, yourself. That's exactly the problem this product claims to tackle. Okay, so let's get into the core idea here. The entire foundation for HepatoBurn, it all comes down to one thing, something a lot of us probably don't think about when it comes to weight: the liver. So the big claim from the people behind HepatoBurn is that they've keyed into some 2023 research. Now, this research supposedly found one thing that overweight people have in common, and that's a compromised liver. On the flip side, they say leaner folks tend to have their livers working in tip-top shape. It's a pretty big claim, and it's worth pointing out that this specific study isn't cited in their material. This is where things get interesting. They're basically reframing what we think the liver does. Yeah, we all know it filters out the bad stuff, but their whole argument is that its main job is to be the body's primary fat-burning powerhouse. Think of it like an engine, and they claim that when that engine isn't running smoothly, your whole metabolism just grinds to a halt. So here you can see the two sides of the coin, according to them. On one hand, a compromised liver means a slow metabolism, stubborn belly fat, and low energy. But get that liver working optimally, they claim you get an efficient metabolism, you start burning fat, and you feel way more energized. It's a pretty stark contrast. Okay, so that's the problem they've laid out. But how exactly does HepatoBurn claim to fix it? Let's pop the hood and take a look inside the formula. The whole thing is built around this special mix they call a liver purification and liver fat-burning complex. Now, it's a proprietary blend, which is just a fancy way of saying they don't tell you the exact amount of each ingredient. But the whole point is to zero in on your liver function. They say it works in a simple 3-step process. Step 1, it purifies your liver. Step 2, that purification kicks your metabolism into high gear. And step 3, a faster metabolism, well, that leads directly to burning more fat. Simple as that. So, what's actually in this stuff? Well, we've got some key players here. There are powerful antioxidants like resveratrol and glutathione. Those are known for protecting your cells. Then you've got chlorogenic acid, which you find in things like coffee beans and is often tied to metabolism. Plus, there's bitter melon and this unique mix of Mediterranean plants. Really, the whole bet they're making is that this specific cocktail of ingredients is the magic bullet for liver-focused weight loss. All right, so that's the theory anyway. But what really matters is, does it actually work for real people? Let's take a look at what users are reportedly experiencing. Check this out. One person's testimonial points to some pretty big changes. They're talking about cravings dropping off, getting their energy back, and even seeing their belly get flatter. That's a powerful trio right there. And it doesn't stop there. The same person mentioned they're finally sleeping well again, and that their skin is brighter. So we're not just talking about weight here. It seems to have a more all-around wellness effect, at least for them. And here's something that's a really big deal for a lot of people. Users are apparently saying it's gentle, no crazy side effects, no harsh detox feelings. For anyone who's tried aggressive supplements before, you know that's a huge plus. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the nuts and bolts. If you're thinking about trying this, you need to know about the guarantee and, importantly, how to buy it the right way. First off, they offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. That basically gives you 2 full months to try it out and see for yourself, which is a pretty solid risk-free offer. Now, this part is crucial. The makers are really clear about this. To make sure you're getting the real deal and not some scammy knockoff, you should only buy it from their official website. And speaking of that, it's important to note that the link to the official, secure website for HepatoBurn is down in the video description. When it comes to buying, you can get a 60-day supply. But there's a little tip from the source material. One user actually recommended going for the 6-bottle pack. Apparently, the really big results started showing up after the first couple of months. Plus, you get a better deal on it. So, something to think about. So, that brings us right back to where we started. We've looked at the claims, we've looked at the ingredients. Is HepatoBurn actually the solution for you? You know, at the end of the day, it really boils down to whether you buy into that core idea. If you believe that getting your liver in top shape is the real secret to hitting your health goals, then the whole logic behind HepatoBurn is probably going to make a lot of sense. But it is fair to say that these claims are mostly based on their own story and user reports, not so much on big independent studies. Thanks for watching this review. If this video helped you make a decision, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next analysis. See you in the next one.